champion of the world, John Bon Jones!
I want to have records where, people my age know they'll never beat it.
The greatest light heavyweight that we've ever seen. Took out legends after legend after legend, contender after contender after contender. And then he said, my work here is done. I am moving up to heavyweight.
Stipe is the most successful UFC heavyweight champion of all time. The only guy to ever defend the title 4 times.
Just incredible. The career that he had and the records that he set. The most consecutive title defenses.
As long as I'm here, no one's going to be champ.
John Jones is the youngest champion in UFC history!
He is the present and he is the future. And he might be the greatest talent that we've ever seen in the UFC.
I feel like I was born to be a fighter. I think I'm the guy to beat him.
Every time you see him fight, you will see something that you've never seen before.
John Jones dominates everybody.
John is the greatest fighter the sport's ever seen.
The man is an athletic freak. You cannot deny the greatness of John Jones.
I'm the champ. I broke the record. I'm the best.
Stipe is the greatest heavyweight of all time.
The greatest heavyweight of all time, 100%.
The only problem is he is going up against the greatest of all time. The GOAT versus the GOAT. The greatest of all time versus the greatest heavyweight of all time. That's a fucking sensational matchup.
Champion versus champion. About time. John's gonna come back and John's gonna take on Stipe.
Dana White himself saying that he's targeting Stipe Miocic versus John Jones, and what's a bigger fight than having the greatest heavyweight of all time versus the greatest light heavyweight of all time?
Taking 2 years off, changing the way you train, changing your physiology, getting up to 240 pounds and going into a new weight class. This has never been attempted, let alone succeeding. If this was any other athlete than John Jones, I would tell you he's going to lose. John has all of those things stacked up against him. The problem is he's John Jones.
I don't know if Miocic gets past Jones.
Love this shit. Ain't nothing changing. And still.
Stipe's crazy. He's a good wrestler. He's a fantastic boxer. He has all the skills and abilities to beat a guy like John Jones.
They want to put an interim title on the fight between Stipe and Jones, the most prestigious fight in UFC history. The greatest heavyweight of all time versus the greatest light heavyweight of all time.
Both extremely tough. They're both tremendous mixed martial artists.
I could beat him.
I'm not giving it up. I work too hard to give it up.